How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all having an amazing day. Old School RuneScape's Trailblazer Reloaded League is less than a week away, and I must have been living under a rock or something because they have been dropping reveals and teasers for the past week, and we still have a whole week of reveals and teasers to come. Instead of breaking down what has already been known for a week now, I'm just going to go over what I think is the most important reveal so far, which is the tier 1 relics. I'm gonna break down and talk about each relic and then let you guys know which relic I'm gonna decide on. If this video helps you out at all, then help me out by hitting that like button. But let's go ahead and cut this plug and get right into it. So before we talk about these, Jagex does point out that your first relic choice will stick with you for the entirety of Trailblazer Reloaded. I don't know if that's them hinting at you being able to change your tier 2 or tier 3 or tier 4 relic, because in the first Trailblazer League, you kind of got what you got, and if you picked the fairy rings, you were screwed. I'm kind of hoping they keep it on that same line, but I would also understand if they allowed people to change it. But we know for sure that your first relic choice is something that you're going to be stuck with for the entirety of Trailblazer. So keep that in mind when you're making your choice. But let's go ahead and start off with Endless Harvest. This is going to make resources gathered from fishing, woodcutting, and mining multiplied by 2. All of the resources gathered by this relic will be sent directly to your bank if you have space. Otherwise, they will be placed in your inventory. Items which normally cannot be banked will be placed in your inventory instead, even if you have bank space. If you fill your bank with bank fillers, the resources will go to your inventory instead. So Endless Harvest was in the first one and is actually a huge one. I don't think it's the one that I picked. I remember I picked the one that allowed you to craft everything in one go, and I don't know if they're gonna have that one in this league. I haven't read all of them yet, gone over so far, but this one is huge. Being able to fish or woodcut or mine and not have to worry about banking is an absolute game changer when it comes to training. Moving on to the next one called Production Prodigy. This might be it, actually. Oh yeah, it is. So here we go. When doing the following activities, all items are processed at once. Basically, almost everything that you can do that's production is done immediately. The full amount of experience is given as well. So you're getting huge drops of experience. I loved this relic the first time around. This was an excellent one to use. Yeah, I had to bank a lot more, but man, when it came to processing the materials, cooking, and for maybe it wasn't the Trailblazer that I used it in. Maybe it was another one, because I remember doing Temporos in the desert, and Production Prodigy really helped out with that. So I might be remembering things wrong. There's been a lot of leagues and they're pretty dang spread out, so forgive me if I'm remembering it wrong. But they're also saying here that there's a 25% chance that you will make an extra product, which will be sent to your bank if you have space. Additionally, crafting, smithing, herb lore, fletching, and cooking are all going to be boosted by 12. So this is actually, I don't know if those extra parts were with it in the first one or whichever one Production Prodigy was in, but damn, this one is really overpowered. I like the sounds of this. Let's look at the last relic that they're showing us here. The last relic that we have to go over here is called Trickster. And this relic's effect is that you will automatically re-pickpocket your target. The loot from pickpocketing your target is doubled and noted. Your coin pouch limit is multiplied by 3. You will be given something called the Sage's Greaves that will grant agility experience that scales with your agility level while running. Your box traps will lure creatures faster. Your loot from your box traps is doubled. Impling jars cannot break. You can burn up to 9 logs simultaneously, and you cannot fail actions for thieving, agility, hunter. So it's basically like one-click pickpocketing, getting double the loot and triple the coin pouch limit. Agility experience while just running around. That's probably one of the biggest ones. Agility experience while just running is huge. And box traps that lure creatures faster seems like a good one, but I mean, in all reality, you're probably not going to be catching Chinchampas to train. You're probably going to be catching them for a task, because I'm assuming that the training is going to be fast enough that you're not going to need to use Chinchampas. You might want to, though, in which case your box traps are going to lure creatures faster, and the loot will be doubled. But I think another really interesting factor about this one is that you cannot fail actions for thieving. Agility, I mean, if you can't fail for agility, does that mean you can just run through over and over and over again that one agility course? And if you can't fail them, right? All right, so those are the 3 relics, and now I guess it's time for me to go over which one I'm going to choose. And let me tell you, this is not an easy choice. Let's go ahead and start off with the one I'm not choosing, which is going to be Endless Harvest. It is nice to automatically bank things, but banking is not the biggest of issues, and it's something that is already kind of ingrained in the mind of a RuneScape player, so, and in the fundamentals of the game. So a lot of stuff is set up to be not too much of a hassle to bank, you know? So we're not going to go with Endless Harvest. So that leaves Production Prodigy and Trickster. I've done Production Prodigy before, and it's really nice. So that plus 12 boost is huge. But not being able to fail for thieving, it's an easy 99. 9 logs at once, another easy 99. Sage's Grieve. I mean, we're looking at 3 easy 99s. 4? No, yeah, 4 with Hunter if you caught Chinchampas. And this is, you're stuck with this one. So, all right, I've made a decision. And the relic that I'm going to choose is Production Prodigy. And that is simply because smelting, fletching, cleaning, all of that stuff that you have to do is just a drag in this game. And this relic makes all of that fun. To pull out a full inventory of herbs and clean them all in one click is fun. So we're going to go with Production Prodigy. As much as I think Trickster is viable and is going to help you get 4 level 99s in the game very easily, I would possibly consider Trickster more if I was planning on unlocking Mauritania, but I'm not. So that's what I'm going with. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are going with. I'm probably going to cover the rest of these teasers in short form over here on YouTube. And I'm going to be going live for the launch of Trailblazer Reloaded, as well as just overall streaming a ton, as much as I can, of Trailblazer Reloaded over at kick.com/Fringe-Patriot-Gaming. Go over there and drop a follow not to miss out on that. But that's all the information that I wanted to go over in this video. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. I'm out.